Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I don't see a lot of you, so I was just wondering if you can write how many of you have younger kids, because I will begin by talking about our role as parents and how, as parents, we can help our children. So I was wondering, because I see people of different ages here. Ariella, can you help me with that?
I'm not sure we have all the information about ages, but I think it's a very diverse audience here. I'm sure you'll have younger parents to younger children here.
Okay, so I'm first of all, I want to say I'm an Israeli, and I lived throughout my childhood in different English-speaking countries. I was in England and Canada and America, but I'm an Israeli and foremost, and I know that you are newcomers here, maybe some few years or even less. And even though I'm an Israeli, this crisis is something that we have never gone through. We've gone through different missile attacks, and all kinds of piguim, but this is really on a bigger scale. So it's a new thing for all of us. And like what Daron said, and I really appreciate what you said and how you opened. We can't control reality. Sometimes we don't even control the way we react to it, but because we have those automatic reactions. But if we sit here like we sit here and we start to think about ourselves and think about the situation and get in contact with ourselves, then we can help our reactions be more better for us and for the people around us. And being together like we are here in the Zoom is also helpful, because in times of crisis, we feel alone many times and feel scared and anxious. And being together and being with people who share our experiences is can be very helpful. So I just wanted to say that I appreciate all of you for even being in Israel and coming here and making Israel your home. It is also, I think, it's not something that is, matter of fact. And being here when our home is threatened is even more appreciable. So Ariella, can you put my presentation? Okay. Do you control the slides, or you?
Ofra is controlling the slide, so you can talk to Ofra. She's behind the scenes and.
Okay, so I will tell her to move forward. Okay.
You can. She's listening.
Okay. No, so I need the second slide. Okay. So as an educational psychologist, and I was asked to talk about how we as parents for younger children can be helpful to them, and being helpful to them is also being helpful for ourselves, because one of the most important things in times of crisis is helping other people. When we help other people, then we feel stronger. It is difficult to help other people when we are feeling scared and frightened ourselves. But if we do help ourselves, then we can help others. And I thought of the song, the Beatles song, "When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me." And I thought about us as parents, that we are our own children's Mother Mary, and the way we help them and comfort them will help them go through the storm. Every crisis, small or large, as this large scale crisis is, affects our sense of security, our sense of well-being, of even continuity. Everything stops, even work, kindergarten, school, everything we know from daily lives is being sabotaged and attacked. And each of us react differently to this shared crisis, depending on where we are, where we live, who do we know is being affected, are we feeling safe or unsafe, and all these experiences affect the way we can calm and feel resilient for ourselves and for the others, especially our children. And in order for us to help them, we can help ourselves. And there is a lot that we can do to help ourselves in times of crisis. And all of us know what helps us. And I want to explain why our role as parents, as the caregivers and attachment figures for the children, why is it so important and why it helps them so much. And so I will explain what we call the circle of security, circle of attachment. I need the next slide, please. What? Okay. This is what we call circle of security. Kids, from the moment we get into the world, we are we want to be their secure base, the place where they get nourished and comfort and secure. And when they grow older, when they start to walk, they start to crawl, they move away from us a bit to explore the world. And we are there, staying there, looking out from them, at first from very close and then from afar. So they can walk and they can run and they can play. And when everything is okay, they can be away from us. Even if we're in the same room, they can walk over to the kitchen or walk over to another room and they play and they have fun with themselves or with others. But when something happens, when there is a sense of threat, even if they fall down or something is not working the way they want, they usually come back running to us for comfort. And this is us as being a safe haven. We are a secure base where they walk from and a safe haven for them to come back to. And what's happening now is our secure base in our country is being threatened. But for our children, if we are with them, then we can still remain this secure base and safe haven because they look up to us for this comfort, for explanation, for meaning, and for help to help them calm and regulate themselves. This secure circle of security is what helps people regulate themselves as babies. Oh, I see that there might be an alarm soon. Okay, the safe place is also is part of the sense of security. We go to the safe place to feel to be secure, and then we can come back and talk. But I will continue until it happens. Okay. Okay.
We'd like to know from our side. At the moment, there was a boom. I'm not sure if it's connected to the situation.
I also
let you know.
Yeah. When we hear a boom, I'll say something else. When we hear a boom, I'm sure that suddenly we feel like more tense in our bodies, and try to notice what you feel now in your body. If you heard this boom, we get more tense. We want somebody to help us regulate and feel more secure. Even as adults, we can do it with ourselves, or we can do it with our friends or our spouses. And for kids, they need us to feel this sense of security. Okay, you can move on. So in order for us to help our kids, and if we are stressed, it's difficult for us to be their secure base and safe haven. We first have to help ourselves. Like, when we go on a plane and the flight attendant tells us that if something happens, we need first to put oxygen. Oh, okay. Somebody's is asking if they can stay under the bed. Somebody's asking.
We'll try to address questions towards the end of the presentation.
Okay.
And if not, if we're not able to ask because we're trying to address the emotional,
We think a rocket is building next door.
Okay.
Big fire.
We're looking into this boom. It's quite stressing here. But in any case, questions can be referred to me on email, on calling me, of course. But let's try to address them at the end of the presentation.
Okay. So I was saying that if we want to help our kids, we have to first help ourselves, give ourselves some oxygen. And this basic pH model is a very famous model for stress reduction and coping. And it says that every one of us have a whole bucket full of coping strategies, depending on what we are more connected to. Some of us put our faith in belief and believing that things will be okay, and believing in God even, or any other sorry, I forgot the word, help us feel stronger in this situation. Some people need to express emotions, to share emotions. As psychologists, we know that sharing our emotions is very helpful. And for kids, it's also very helpful to share their emotions, to make them feel that they're not alone. Our social strategy to be with each other, whether it's in Zoom, if we can't be with each other personally, talking to our friends, writing, even the social media, where not all the news that we look at the social media, but our friends on the social media can help us. Using our imagination, thinking about vacations that we took, being creative in any way we can, reading books, telling stories, all these, watching even movies and series. My mother, for instance, she's constantly watching Cheers, if you know this great program, which makes her laugh and feel happier. Getting information like we're doing now. And physical is also very, very important. In times of stress, the body gets very stressed. It's important to move, to dance even in the house if you like, to do exercises, to go out for walks. All these can help us regulate ourselves. And then we will be able to help and regulate our kids. Next slide. So it's very important with kids to give information that is developmentally appropriate. We are now flooded with so much information, and kids need us to mediate this overflowing information in a way they can listen and understand and not be too frightened. And also we can give this information, but it's better also to encourage their questions. What do they want to ask us? What do they know? What do they don't know? And telling our kids that any questions is all right, not to say, oh, this is not important. It's very important to give every child's question the importance it should. Don't talk over their heads because they're listening, and if they're listening and we are not giving them the right mediation, they can have all these more frightening thoughts and interpretations. So think about the movie, forgot the Italian movie, A Wonderful Life. The way the father, it's not The Wonderful.
Sorry, Irra, excuse me for interrupting one moment.
Yeah.
This is Maish Isaacson, Chairman of Telford. I just want to thank you for coming and joining. That's and especially to Ariel and Offer, and to Afra, to Irra, to Lisa, and to Diana. Thank you so much for doing this. If you hear sirens in Ronana, there's a fire in Akiva Street. There's no Nefilot. There've been no missiles landing. It's purely a fire. You'll hear sirens, nothing to worry about. Sorry for interrupting, and please carry on. Thank you.
No, it's actually related to what I'm saying. You actually gave us information, and it made us calmer, because if we would imagine that there was a fall in Ranana, it would make us more anxious. So this is what we do for our kids. If we give them the right information, appropriate information, not flood them with information, then they can stomach it much better and feel more safe and secure. Next slide. Okay, connected with that, it's so important for every one of us, even adults, to minimize media consumption. There's so much frightening footage now, and movie and short films, and getting us more and more anxious. For kids, it's essential because it's too overwhelming and they don't know how to stomach it, and it makes them more frightened. So I really stress minimum, and with younger kids, if possible, not at all. Older kids, they can watch some, but really I can't stress enough how to minimize media is important for maintaining our well-being. Also to know that with younger children, what happens far away, they feel like it's happening near their doorstep. So we have to reassure them that, you know, in Ra'anana, it's relatively safe area, even though we have sirens from time to time and missile warning, but you can tell them that relatively it's safe and we have a safe area and a safe space that is protecting us. Kids need to feel the sense of security, even if it's not, you know, even if it's not 100% right. We would like to help them feel more safe and secure, even than what is actually true. Okay. At home, try to maintain daily routine. Schedule is very important. It maintains a sense of security and control, and also regulates emotion and behavior. If you can engage them in play, in stories, everything they like to do as children to continue their childhood, although they don't go to school or kindergarten, and which is very difficult for them. Also for young children and older children, it's good to help them feel helpful. They can do, even young children can help in the house, and helping others strengthens our sense of control and competency, and it's very useful for us as adults. People who volunteer in the community, helping others helps us. Next slide. Okay, also I want to say that there's no right or wrong way to react. Some people and some kids, they might feel indifferent. Some people and some kids might look more anxious, more needy, wanting to stay close. Some can be irritable, and some, they remain well and calm. We say that every reaction to this abnormal times is a normal reaction. However, if you are anxious about one of their kids, if you feel that they're very stressed and you want to consult, feel free to consult with a kindergarten teacher, counselors. There are psychological services in Ra'anana and other organizations. Don't stay alone with your worry and your concern. And also there are a lot of help organizations in the media. I'm sure Ariella can also give you that information, because there are a lot of civil help groups are now being organized.
I will address it a little bit later. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So again, this is for me now, and I wish you better times, and keep us safe, and like Doron said, we're all together, and being together is the most valuable thing for us. So thank you.